G'day and welcome everyone, EmrickXV here, and you've tuned in to another episode on the Fuloocraft Horizons Divided SMP server. So today, we're going to be looking at the Frostmason Storage, or lack thereof, because we have stuff everywhere, and I mean literally everywhere. So, let's get the helmet on. Let's get into beast mode and clear out a nice big storage room. So we're out at the Frostmason base and I'm going to be opening up a big storage area underneath the base here. It's going to be a redstone sorting storage system at this stage, but there's a whole heap of different storage systems that you can look at. And I'm not sure if the redstone sorting system will be enough to accommodate 3 players on the server. So we're going to start with that. We're going to see how things progress and see if we need to look into other options like shulker storage or silo storage for bulk storage. I've got a lot of stone to clear out here. So let's get all that knocked out, get an area that is workable, and we'll show you the system that we're going to use. It's a pretty easy system, used an awful lot, and yeah, I think it's pretty neat and tidy. So let's clear this out, get to work, and go from there. Well, we've got the area all cleared out, ready for this storage system, and I've just been looking at the best way to run this storage system. At this stage, I think because we're coming down these stairs, rather than sort of walking straight into just a sea full of chests, I think we might put the chests over to the sides here and basically have this open with the intention of either extending it or putting something a little bit different in here. So we've just got to pretty up this edge. This edge is basically going to be the outermost extent of the storage system, and the chests are going to be sitting around this sort of area. I've got the stairs just to sort of change it up a little bit, just to give it a little bit of difference, and we will just put a combination of the polished andesite, the smooth stone stairs, sorry, these are the stone stairs, and yeah, basically just get that all ticked off, looking neat and tidy, and looking schmicko. So once we've got that in place, now we have to put a floor through here. I think we will do just a combination of what has been done upstairs, which is the spruce and dark oak. We'll turn those into slabs, I think, just to make it all go a little bit further. We'll just go one side at this point, and then we will backfill with the spruce. See how far we go, make up this floor, and see how that all looks. That's looking pretty good at the moment. Wooden floor, and then that dressed stone edge, and that's basically where the storage system will start. We've obviously got this area behind here which we're going to need for the redstone, and we're going to start probably this side. Obviously I don't have enough resources to do this whole wall just yet. As you can see, we have only got a bit of a start with that, but once we've got it all moving and underway, I think it should look pretty good, and we'll see if it's all functional. So let's get those redstone materials out and see how we go. Well, we've got an item elevator sorted out. I just have to add the sorting system and the actual storage system now. But the item elevator is relatively straightforward. We just have a chest that we put all our items in. That then goes into this hopper tower, which is powered by a comparator and hopper clock. We have one item in this hopper, which will then jump between the two, and that will send a signal back through the other side illuminating this redstone lamp to show that the system is being sorted, and also assist with powering the other droppers up here. So our next stage will be to add the storage. So let's crack on with that, see how many chests we can get in here, and I am going to give a little bit of overflow protection on the off chance we accidentally put something in that we don't want. It'll end up in the chest at the end here, which then we can remove again and put where it's supposed to. So let's get on with this. So with that done, I believe we have got our sorting system all good to go. So this is a tileable system that you can put next to each other. What I do love this system is it looks like it's just a double or two double chests worth of storage. But we have a smaller chest here, which basically just gives you that little bit of extra breathing room. Plus obviously all the hoppers that can carry up to obviously another 10 to 15 items. It's actually quite a decent system for sort of how compact and how low this actually is. And I believe without too much problems, we can bring this further down as well, which would mean that we just have to drop a couple more hoppers down through the floor here, and we can have more chests at the bottom so that there is ample storage all the way through, and it could just be on another level below us. So, moment of truth. I haven't tested it yet. Figured I might as well throw it in on the video to see if it all works. So at the moment, I've just got this set up for stone. So we have got smooth stone, cobblestone, andesite, diorite, and granite. So we can either depict that by putting item frames up along these chests to show that that's the items. We could potentially punch out the floor and put the block in front of the chest. There's a few different ways you can work it out, or we can just leave it and you can just open it, have a look. Oh yeah, that's my smooth stone, or that's my cobblestone. So this is our input chest. So let's see if the filtering system all works. Let's throw all this stuff in. We should see that it is all starting to sort with the flash of the light. Hopefully, these will pick up the stone. Oh, of course. Rudely interrupted by a skeleton. So we've definitely got light here showing that we've got items falling through the system. We can see that that's slowly dropping away. And let's see what we've got coming through. It's a good start. We've got some granite already in. And we've got some smooth stone starting to fall in. So we should start getting the junk items here, and you can see some iron ingots that have just dropped in. So that's all looking pretty good at the moment. We can let that sort through. It's a good system because it does it all silently. You can obviously turn this off. You don't have to have the redstone lamp in there, but it just shows that the system's currently working, and that all seems to be ticking along and putting in the items where it's supposed to be. That might be the first time a redstone contraption worked in the first instance. Have a quick look. Smooth stone, some cobblestone. No andesite yet. We'll have to have a look at that. Definitely granite, diorite, and the iron ingots at the end. So the andesite's at the back here, so that might just be taking a little bit of time going through the system. But yeah, we'll see how it all sort of transitions. There you go. Starts to disappear now. Let's see if it makes its way into this chest. And there it goes. Awesome. Andesite's starting to fall in. But there's still quite a bit of work to do because that's only sort of one section. And don't get me wrong, we'll be able to extend this all the way through to down here. So at the moment I've got no filtering system on this last line. So that's going to be where all the random stuff ends up, which looks like it's working pretty well. And there you go. It just sounds like it's turned itself off. So all our items should be removed. Sensational. And we've got all our stone in the right chests with junk. Awesome. That looks like it's worked really, really well. So I'll talk to the Frostmasons, work out what's going to be the best way of sorting this out. I'm pretty happy with how that's all come about. So at this stage, I've got to go get myself a few more resources, plenty more iron and that sort of stuff to get this system to work properly. And yeah, get this last little section finished off. And then obviously once this section is done, we've got this section to do here as well. So it's definitely going to be a relatively big project. I think we'll try and get this run done and hopefully get this room sort of looking pretty neat and tidy. Well, we've just been able to expand this side of the sorting system out to 11 different blocks. So what I've got at the moment are all the stones in regards to the ones that you can mine, smooth stone, as well as the, what this is called, stone bricks. Of course it's stone bricks, Emrick. So the stone bricks have definitely been pretty popular, being used in a lot of the areas that we're building at the moment. So we've got some stone sorting system here and some of the logs. All 5 logs we've got here accounted for. And at the end is basically just junk. All the stuff that sort of doesn't really have a place and we don't have a lot of. And I'm going to look at building a shulker system that holds all that in this area here, but we'll do that after. So what I'm doing right now is just actually adjusting the sorting system a little bit. I was watching a video from EmrickXV, and I will put the link to the video up in the top right corner. And basically the design that he does for this sorting system means that we do not get any sort of overflow backup issues that come up into the sorting systems, which can actually happen, particularly if your actual system, and we're talking about the chests and the actual storage system, which is these areas here, they all back up to the actual filter up here, you can have some problems with the system breaking. So I've already done this section. I'm just about to do this section here. When we have a look in the sorting section, we have just a regular old brick, which we've named, and just a stack of items, which brings up to 41. Now, this number must have some sort of significance to do with the 3 pieces of redstone that go in the back of this. As you can see, we've got the 3 pieces of redstone here compared to 2 over there. And so basically having this set up basically means that we're going to not have a system which overflows and breaks and then has items going left, right and center. I don't quite know what happens if it fills all the way up. I'll have to have a look and see, because we have got a couple down here which are getting very full already. But I would maybe hazard a guess that these items will just go all the way through and end up at the end, and we'll see how that all progresses. So let me just finish off knocking out these last little diorite blocks to design this sorting system a little bit differently, and we will go through and start changing out our sorting media. So at the moment we need to pull out all the blocks and basically put the 4 named media in, followed by the stack, and you'll see that that'll drop down to 41. And whatever happens, basically there we go, goes to 41. We can chuck more in there and it just keeps going all the way down to 41. So when we come and put all our items in our drop system here, which basically elevates all the items up into this hopper line, it just means that, yeah, we drop it all into there. So that's all pretty good. So let's get all this finished off and we will jump onto the shulker box storage. Well, I've got myself all the bits and pieces I need to do this shulker swapping system over here. So basically this will just hold, I believe it's about 9 or 10 shulker boxes, which is all we've pretty well got at the moment. And we can just fill that with all sorts of stuff. So my thought process to put it here was to grab stuff out of the junk chests, drop them into the shulker boxes, and for the most part, this stuff here is generally what we do detailing with. You know, there's little bits and pieces here where we do just our finer details for building. So I've just got to work out if I can sort of try and color code this in some way, maybe put woods all in one shulker box, stones in another, or something like that. But I'll work that out. But let's just get this all underway first. I think I might need to go down just a little bit deeper. So let's quickly do that. Give ourselves enough room because we don't want all the redstone sticking out. And this little plan is a mumbo jumbo design. So I've got to try and make sure the shulker box lands on this hopper, so I'll probably need to encase this a little bit just to protect it, and hopefully that's the system all done. We've got to make it look semi-decent. There's going to be little elements here like this little corner here we're probably not going to be able to cover up, but that's okay. Hopefully if Vane likes it, it should work out really nicely and we can put some nice beams and stuff around this to sort of make it look cool. I think we've finished it. We have got a shulker swapper all set up, and if I don't say so myself, looking, well, better than it did anyway. So we can still access this shulker box, which is really, really cool. I don't have any coloured shulker boxes and I don't have enough to fill in all the hoppers yet, so I hope that doesn't matter. But what I will do is see if we can test it. So this button will break that shulker box, and then it should basically chain around until I've got another shulker box ready to pop up through this little elevator here. What I want to be able to do, and we'll also need to colour these, is basically come over to our junk where we don't really have a lot, and let's just say leaves. Let's put all leaves into this first shulker box. So we'll pick up the leaves, we'll come across to the shulker box, leaves go in, push the button, and looks like I need more glass. So we're done with our leaves. Let's break it. I haven't picked it up. Has it dropped into the system? Awesome, there it is. So it's in that hopper right now, and now just notice that when I do that, that activates all these doors, which is not great. But if I keep going, you certainly need is that shuffling around? It's not. Okay, might have a little bit of an issue here. Why is that being held up there, I wonder? That need to be free. Okay, that may have been the issue. The fact that I was just trying to make all that look pretty. So let's see now. Now we haven't got a shulker in there. Haven't got a shulker in there. Haven't got a shulker in there. We do have a shulker in there. So let's just see if cutting that wood away has helped us with that. See if the shulkers start moving through the system. Aha! Okay, so we do need to get some more shulker boxes. We don't have enough. We've now got a new shulker box, which then I can technically just leave there and I can actually break it and take it away with me. It's a little bit messy all this, so I don't quite know how I'm going to fix that up yet. I might just leave that for Vane to sort out, but it seems to be working, which is pretty cool. So if I just clear out the last of those bits and pieces there, just because we do need to be mindful of just making sure that that break into there and then drop into the system. But basically, as an example, I should now just be able to break this, pick it up, awesome, and then I can go off and do a build. And then, for example, I can put it back on the dispenser. I can come back over to my sorting system, and let's just say that this is, what have we got a lot of here at the moment? Oak, a fair bit of oak. We've got oak signs, oak trapdoors, oak slabs, and anything else oak related there. Probably sort this all out. That'll about do it as far as that's concerned. And again, I can come through here, and this is our oak shulker box. So all our oaky bits and pieces go into there. I can activate it, and there we go. That's where it's starting to be a bit of an issue. It's popping up away from where we want it to. So this is a new shulker box, which we can put something else in. So we can break it. It's in the system. New shulker box. Break it. In the system. New shulker box. Break it. Back in the system. Back to our grass blocks. Okay, cool. So we have cycled through all the shulker boxes we've got at the moment. That again, and we've got nothing. So now I can place that on there because we still need enough shulker boxes to basically fill up this hopper line. And as far as I can tell, I'm probably going to be able to put more of these hoppers out there if I need more boxes. But at this stage, we don't have enough for this system as it is. The theory's there. It looks pretty cool as far as redstone contraptions are concerned. And it's basically clearing out our rubbish pile here. So just got to work out what else to do. We've got spruce that we can start removing. We've got a bit of birch. There's all sorts really that we'll be able to do with this system. I hope that guys like it and get their head around it. Dark oak, spruce button. Here we go. So we got some spruce stuff. I had pulled spruce trapdoors out because we had so many of them, and spruce slabs as well, plus the planks. We had stacks of them, so I wasn't sure if I should integrate that into the full system. But for now, we don't have huge amounts, so let's grab all the sprucey bits and pieces, and we can whack all those in to our box, minus the logs, which are obviously over in our main sorting system. And then we can crack it. We've got a new one coming up. So all our spruce is in the system. All our cracked stone, all our stone stuff is in the system. We've also got oak. And what's this one here? Nothing. All right, everybody. That's the Frostmason Storage pretty well wrapped up. Well, at least half of it. We've got a shulker box swapper over there. And we've got a sorting system over there. I've really enjoyed this little redstone contraption video, and I hope you did too. If you did like it, please let me know by posting a comment below. And if you want to see more videos coming out from the Fuloocraft Horizons Divided server, make sure you subscribe. Alright everybody, I'll see you next time. Have a good one.